feels inspired by Janet's story. I got goosebumps. I've still got goosebumps from her story. Well, good afternoon. I'm Samantha Hoong, and I'm very excited to present the balanced life topic. It is one of my favorites that I always love to do this presentation. So we are going to explore what it means to live a balanced life and how we can create the life that we dream of. By the end of this session, you'll have the tools and the map to map out your life scenario. It's a personal roadmap for balance and fulfillment. So who wants balance and fulfillment? Shout it out loud. Who wants balance and fulfillment? Me too. So, have you all received the sheet? Have you all seen this book before, My Life Scenario? If you haven't got it, it's available on the shopping malls, and make sure you get hold of it, because this simple book could be the tool that can really change your life. So you'll see, I'm calling it the one-page miracle, and it's divided into 8 circles, and I will show you step by step how to plan your life scenario. So hopefully you've got got a pen with you as well. And I want you to ask yourselves, have you ever actually taken the time to plan your life? Our whole life. Have you ever thought about it? We always plan our vacation. We plan our weekends. But have we planned for the most important thing? Our own lives? When you start a business, you have to make a business plan. So why is it a lot of people will answer, no, I haven't even taken the time to plan my own life? So I want, to think, if you have been planning your life, are you sure you have written down the life that you really want? Have you really planned it carefully? Have you reviewed what you have written in the past? Does it fit what you really want? Have you really thought about it? If you start accurately writing down your balanced life and what you want, then the exercise will become your life mentor, this exercise, and it will spur you to be on a road to success. So, the one-page miracle. I have been listening to this podcast, and I came across this, he's called Dr. Daniel Amen. Has anyone ever heard of him? Dr. Daniel Amen. He's one of USA's leading psychiatrists. He's very popular in America. He seems to be everywhere now on podcasts. And he is a physician and a psychiatrist. And he's scanned over 260,000 brains, including now he's like all the celebrities are wanting him to scan their brains, like Justin Bieber, the Kardashians. He's everywhere. So he's scanned so many brains, and he's looked at brains. And really, he talks about, I was listening to his podcast, and he talked about something called the one-page miracle. And he says when he sees his clients, he tells all of them, you need to have this one-page miracle. And when he was explaining it, I was like, hang on a minute, I know what this is. This is the Atomy life scenario. This is what we do in Atomy. This is what Chairman Hangil Park teaches every day. And I was like, wow, so he really supports the neuroscience behind why this life scenario is so important for all of us. We have the capability to change our brain every day. Neuroscience research proves that planning, setting your goals, involves planning, attention. It will help you control your impulses, your working memory, and other processes. And all of these form your executive functions in your brain. This front part here, the red part there, that's your prefrontal cortex. And that is actually, you have the ability to change this and control this. And it plays a huge role in our decision making. When it is healthy, it acts like a brake to prevent you from doing unhelpful decisions, like taking that third helping of cake. How often do we want to keep going for the third slice, the fourth slice? Doing things like having an affair. If your prefrontal cortex is strong, it stops you from wanting to do all of these impulse decisions. If it's underactive, then what happens is it's really easy for us to do impulse behavior. It prevents us from reaching our primary goals. So this is why our life scenario is so important in goal setting. Who thought such a simple task, a one page, could do so many things for your life and help rewire your brain in order to be able to achieve success and achieve your goals? So I want you to take a moment now to think, what does a balanced life mean to you? Really take this time now. We're in this room. We have time. If you haven't thought about it, take this time now. Take this moment for yourself to think about what a balanced life means to you. How's your relationships, your work, your goals in money, your goals to spend time on yourself, your goals on the community? What is it that you want? Chairman Hankyu Park, he's the founder of Atomy, and he sums up a balanced life beautifully. And he says it is living well, loving deeply, learning continuously, and contributing meaningfully. So money matters, of course it matters. Janet said, of course money helps. But what truly counts is knowing what you want to do with that money. You know, if you want a healthy, successful, Chairman Hankyu Park, he wants healthy, successful Atomians all around the world. So he is a firm believer. One of our mottos is create your vision. He's a firm believer that if you have a vision, you should say it out loud, you should write it down, and this makes the chances of it becoming true much stronger. And visualizing yourself doing it, it will make you align your goals to your actions. Now, I read somewhere that if you think of something, you think of your vision, that's your will. That's your will. And when you just think it, there's 10% chance of it coming true. Now, when you write it down, the chances of it coming true become 47%. Now, when you throw accountability into this, and you do it with a sponsor, or you do it with your partner, your husband, your wife, your family, people around you in your teams, do you know how much the chances of it coming true increases by? 76%. It becomes chances of it coming true. So from 10% just thinking it, 46% writing it, but really doing it together with your teams, with someone, 76% it goes up by. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, I think so. I really found that interesting, that fact. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but an habit. Janet said yesterday, we are the creatures of habits. And how do we create the habit loop? Have you heard of the habit loop? To achieve a balanced life, we must design healthy habits that work for you. Everyone will design different habits, but what works for you may not work for someone else. Your brain needs habits. Your brain needs habits in order for you to create that habit. There's what we call a habit loop. So a cue prompts an action. For example, I set a reminder. My smartwatch gives me a cue to move. I've been still for too long. It gives me a cue. I need to move. I need to do some exercise. And then routine, maybe that you start doing it every lunchtime. I can fit it in every lunchtime. I'm going to take a walk every lunchtime. And what can be my reward is that I become more healthy. I'm a brighter mood by taking a walk during lunchtime. Maybe you take a walk, use the routine to take a walk with your colleague. Then you can the reward is being able to have social time with your colleague as well at lunchtime. So there's also something called temptation bundling. For example, my husband, during COVID, he lost 15 kgs. We had a rower at home, and he would row every day. And he would bundle it by watching his iPad. He would put his iPad on a stool and watch his favorite TV shows on Netflix. So he would do 45 minutes of rowing whilst watching shows. And that's called temptation bundling. So you can create habits that work for you by doing things like this. 30 to 90 days, if you create a habit, that habit becomes a routine. So you need to look for an easy win. When you design your life scenario, make sure it's an easy win for you. If you don't like running, don't put down that you're going to run as exercise. Put down something else. If you enjoy dancing, put dancing down. So you may have seen this. I took this from our shopping mall on our Atomy website. There's an online section, and you can put down, you can click on the life scenario, and it gives you some tips of what you could put in each of the sections to live well, to learn, to love, and environment. So I want you to have a think. Focus on what you want now, not what you don't want. Set approach goals. What's that? Not avoidance goals. Approach goals will drive, avoidance goals will drive you away from undesirable outcomes. But an approach goal, like I'm going to take a walk in the afternoon after work. An avoidant goal would be like I'm going to stop going to the pub after work. It's not, they mean the same things, but it's not the same. Can you see? We want to set approach goals. So I'm going to take a walk in the afternoon after work. Now, in each of those 4 circles, the reason why I love doing the life scenario is because actually doing this presentation, it forces me every time to review my own life scenario and look at it and look at what my goals are. So you can take the time to think about what is the ultimate goal in each of those 4 areas. For example, to learn is to honor my gifts by engaging in purposeful work that fosters learning, that aligns with my passion and allows me to help others. That's my ultimate goal. So think about what you really want in each of these 4 areas now. Write those down. And then if they're not balanced, you are at more risk of burnout. If I'm only focused in one thing to learn, and I'm just throwing 100% into that, you are at risk yourselves of burnout. Maybe you're not balanced. You have mental health now is a huge thing that we talk about. How do we achieve that in our lives? And Chairman Park says, if you can fulfill all of these 4 areas, you will receive balance. Write in first person, like I want, to begin in each section. Keep a positive tone throughout. Carry your 1-page miracle with you everywhere, and everywhere you go. You can pin it up on the wall. So, for example, to live well. Now, that's my ultimate goal, to live well. I want to be healthy, fit, because ultimately I want to be fit for my children, my family. I want to have a healthy brain. So what goals am I putting there? I need to sleep every day by 11 p.m. Because I have a busy life. I have 2 sons running the business. How do I manage my time? I have to sleep earlier. And then I can wake up and do exercise every day. So you get the picture. Be specific. Instead of get healthier, you say, I want to do 30 minutes of exercise every day. Align your values. So what are your dreams? And do they reflect what you truly want? Is it truly important to you? Visualize success. Take time to mentally picture yourself achieving these goals. Don't be afraid to dream it. So this is my life scenario. I get a chance to review it every single time. Discuss it with your partners. Do it together. Go on this journey together by bonding and achieving and growing together. Remember, 10% if you think it, 40% write it, but if you do it together, 76% chance of it coming true. Now, once you've written your goals, you can be more specific. If you run out of room, you can even jot it down on a separate piece of paper. But once you jot your goals down, you can see here in the circle, you can mark from 1 to 5. So if you've not achieved it yet, but you want to achieve it, you're 0, you're closer to the inner circle. But as you get more points, you'll go to the outer circle. And then you jot the dots together, and you see we are all wanting to achieve a smooth wheel. Right now, I'm still working on my goals. You can see it's not a smooth, complete circle. It's a jagged circle. I put a big goal there to achieve a master's degree in psychology by 2030. I really, really believe this is something I really want to do, but I haven't started yet. So you can see I'm on the inner circle. So on a daily basis, ask yourself, is my behavior today getting me what I want or what you want? Help focus the behavior and actions on the things that matter most to you. And it'll also help you develop greater self-control, and it'll give you a key to better decision making. So overall, you live a more conscious, intentional, purposeful life. And you expend your energy on things that will bring you joy and happiness. And ultimately, this will be the life far more fulfilling for you. So you can see that once you've achieved everything, you receive the circle, the wheel, and it will keep changing as we grow older. Your life will keep changing, and you'll keep evolving your goals. But this is how you make a plan of your life to be able to achieve what you want. So I like this quote from Dr. Daniel Amen. To feel successful, you must be able to be honest about the things that are really important to you. Not to the person next to you, not to anyone else, but to you. Because this is your life and it's your life scenario. So now I want you to take all of those tips and write our life scenario together. We've got 20 minutes for you to really think about this and really think about what you want to achieve in your balanced life. Talk to each other and share as well, because that makes it more accountable. Write your life scenario now, and I really hope you can take control of your life and make your dreams come true, and that your life can change through Atomy. Okay, have you all got your pens and papers?